so that people who will be tuning in later will be able to watch it. So unfortunately for Zoom meeting participants, you are seeing my presenter's view, whereas here in the branch, they are actually seeing my um, presentation full screen. The problem is that if I switch my display, the Zoom meeting discussion gets restarted, and even my PC shuts down. So for now, especially for those of you who will be watching this replay, I would like you to zoom in, okay, this is a YouTube video so that you can see it on a much larger scale. Now, listening major, or also known as your listening skills enhancement, actually, the main reason why the title is 2.0 was that in the past, we used to have two listening skills enhancement lectures. Two. What I did during my stint here was to combine both of them so that you only have to attend one very important topic for listening. And this is the topic today. Listening. People, you're in for some good news. Okay? Especially if you are one of the candidates who are planning to just acquire an overall band score, either for your application abroad as a worker, an immigrant, or a professional student, even visa. Because if you want to pump your OBS, there's no better way to do it than to inflate your listening score. Practically, if you're thinking about overall band score, we pertain to it as your 4 subtests added together divided by 4. Basically the average. So listening, reading, writing, and speaking are your subtests. Now, listening is the first subtest. This is actually the easiest out of the 4. So if you can imagine the scenario, you will be staying here for half of the time that I recommend. How much time you are to spend here? My recommendation is about 2 to 3. For talented individuals, we cannot neglect the fact that some people are just so damn talented that pag one-on-one speaking sa amin ni Ma'am Shannon, walang kaalam-alam sa speaking, God damn, galing. May ganun eh. No? But meron naman, gets your point. So basically, we are all different. We're built different. I'm not you, you're not them. We have different skills. You may be good at listening. You may suck at speaking. But for all we know, everybody finds it hard to deal with both writing and the reading subtext. So now, here's the imaginary scenario. This is not real. I'm just giving you an example. If your listening test score gives you 7 on your exam, why 7? Where did I get that number? By the way, for those of you who just started the review, IELTS scoring is from 0 to 9. 0 is the lowest, 9 is the highest. The reason why 9.09er is the name of our review center, the name of the business, because we want to unleash your 9.0 potential. Okay? So why 7? Why am I using that number for listening? Because 7 is the average band score of Filipino. Meaning, if I take my exam with or without preparation, getting a 7 is possible. Clear? Clear. Okay. You get 7 in listening. You get 5.5 in reading. You got 5.5 in writing. 5 in speaking. Those are pretty low averages, even for a national scale. That's a very low average. Now, if I add them together, 3 5.5s plus a 7 divided by 4, your score still produces a 6. Now, you ask yourself, is that score enough for you to get there? Is this enough? Is this enough for the overall band score requirement? Is this enough? If your answer is yes, you understand the scenario. I may have scored low on the 3 areas, but since my listening score carried the entire load, I still got a decent score still. You're getting the point? Okay. This is for overall band score candidates. Now, there are obviously candidates who are here because they are focused on the individual subtest scores. They need to get 7 in listening, 7 in reading, 7 in speaking, at least 6.5 in writing. Who are those people? Those people who are planning to work as a nurse, as an engineer, as a teacher in the UK. Academic. They need those scores. Here's the scenario though. What if you got 7 reading, 7 writing, even 8 in speaking, but you only managed to get 6 in listening? Will you get there? No, because you didn't reach the requirement for the listening subtest. That's why there are those individuals, even though listening is easy, we still want to pursue a safe band score for everyone. I just want to let you know that at 9.09er, we have our own average, 8.0. So meaning, the 7.0 national average, band 7.0 national average, more than 70% of the test-taking candidates in the Philippines are not enrolled in review center settings. Ang share namin, 21%. Sabihin, kung may 10,000 nagre-review, 2,100 tinuruan namin. Kung natitira, hindi nag-review, self-study. Naka-7 pa rin sila. Pero yung students namin, nakaka-8. I just want to share those discrepancies. So those figures, we were able to gather that data in 2018 with the British Council's Concordance study. So that gives you an insight of how lucky you are by enrolling at 9.09er, because not only you get to prepare prior to your test, you can also practice the examination under its very similar condition to the actual thing. And that is through mock exams. Once again, we conduct mock exams every Tuesdays and Thursdays every week at 9 in the morning. We have a second slot available at 11:30, which will last until 1:30, 2 o'clock. After that, we will no longer accept incoming practicing candidates. Okay po? So, what is your insight regarding listening test after what I told you? Kamusta naman ang insights niyo sa kanya? Sir, wala po. Hindi na po kung pakialaman, sir. Ano? Naman lang ba kayong insight, opinion, pare? Later, we will be talking about that. Because even though many people would claim listening is easy, some people find it difficult because of factors that could potentially create some barriers to the listening exam. So those barriers, you want to break them. What's barrier number 1? How to deal with it? What's the second barrier that prevents me from getting improvements? So the listening test is actually the first among the written components. So the written component of your exam consists of 3 tests: listening, reading, writing. So one of the reasons why listening is the easiest is because it's placed at the beginning, where you are more energetic, mas fresh ka pa, hindi ka pa nahihirapan. Isa pa lang di ba? So, medyo ganado ba, no? Tumatalab pa yung kape. Ayan. So, sino na po nakapag-try ng listening test, by the way? Wala pa? Sir, nakapag-try na? Pag-try na kayo? Okay naman, kamusta naman? Anong score? 7. 4? First time? How many times have you tried it since? You haven't tried it again. So this time, I want you to compare your very first performance after this instruction. Compare it with your next performance. First time. 6.5. What about your usual practices? Kamusta naman score? Nice. Pero ganun paliwanag. Sige, ano ng listening? Ilan score? 4.5. 4. So, people. Ang ganda nung umpisa ko, di ba? 7 ang average ng mga hindi nag-review sa Philippines. Tapos hahawa ko ng 4. Sir, tanga po ba ako? Minsan nakakaganon eh. Tama ba? Parang, tanga ba ako? No? Hindi po. So the one thing I would like to clarify with those 4.5s and 4s I received as the story for the first time we took the test, it's actually pretty normal. It's pretty normal. Getting 4, even getting 3, it's fine. You know why? Exactly. You don't know how to deal with it yet. Kasi, kahit na yung mga non-reviewees, kapag nag-book sila ng test, merong preparational material na ibibigay sa British Council and IDP na gagamitin mo sa bahay. So that instruction will be just as good as attending classes. That's why we have high averages here in the Philippines. Now, getting 4.5, 4 even at the very beginning of your practice is acceptable. Embrace that shit. It's okay, it's fine. What is not acceptable is maintaining that score for the rest of your stay. Because that's something we don't want to happen, something we want to avoid. What we want you guys to experience is that you will suck at the beginning. Of course, everyone sucks at the beginning. No one's good at the beginning. May student tayo kahapon, machine operator. If you ask that person, how good were you when you tried operating machines the first time? Of course, ngangapa pa yan. Diba? Kung nag-try ka mag-drive, hindi ka pa nagbibiret ng 100 eh. Diba? Hindi ka pa nang overtake. When you do things the first time, there's this personal shield that prevents you from doing your best. That is being too self-conscious. So gaining confidence is something that can help you transcend with that. Hopefully, of course. Attending classes, doing more practices would help you a lot. Okay? Sir, anong trabaho? Dati. Welder. Nung unang-una mo nag-welding, kaya mo ba gumawa ng mga estatwa? Diba? Eh ngayon, hindi pa rin. Pero mas magaling ka na ngayon kaysa dati. Kahit nakapit sa mga tama. Ganun hanggang. Behind the back. Kaya. Diba? Compared before, na, hindi ka, wala, paano tatama itong rod. Diba? That is how you gain confidence through experience. And how can you gain confidence through experience? if we're talking about IELTS? Practice. Sabi nila, practice makes perfect. That's bullshit. It's not practice that makes perfect. So imagine, magjo-join ka ng marathon, tapos ang practice mo swimming. Nag-practice ka, cardio yun. Nag-enhance yung endurance mo. Pwede ka bang bumilis tumakbo in the process? So, ano dapat mong gawin? In preparation for a marathon. Instead of mag-swimming, tumakbo ka. Tama? Do it the same thing. Expect yourself to do in the competition. And that's exactly what mock gives us. You get to experience practice that is very close to reality. Yun. Diba? Yun yung mga dating exam. So meaning, kung naka 4.5 ako sa una kong practice, at ito yung dating exam, malamang sa malamang, ito ang score na makuha ko sa exam. So ano dapat mangyari? Mag-thank you ka, kasi buti na lang yun pa exam. Salamat, di ko pa exam, kasi kung exam ko na pala, 4.5 yung score ko. Hindi aabot kasi kailangan ko 6.5. Remember my story yesterday about my student from Canada? Na taga Sri Lanka, medtech, na nakakuha ng 8 sa writing. Ang score po niya, 9 listening, 9 reading, 9 speaking, 9 OBS, 8 writing. Utang ina, sa'yo na lahat, te. Ikaw na pinakamagaling sa lahat. Yun na, iyo na. Doon yung muna nag-try ng writing sa akin. 4.5. Unang nag-try ng listening, 5.5. So what I want you guys to understand is that the first step should not define what you will become sa finish line. There's plenty of things to learn along the way. And improvement is what we are aiming for. So yung 4.5 na yan, matapos ang klase dapat 9 na yan. Sa Martes. Joke lang sa naman. Oo. 5 muna. Paunti-unti. 5 muna. Sa Webes, 5.5. Gusto na ko, 5.5 pa rin. Okay lang. Hanggang maka-6 ka na. Baby steps. Paunti-unti. Sabi nga namin, after your between 5 and 10 practices, doon nakikita yung improvement talaga. Yung malaking improvement. So, by the time you get that mark, hopefully, malaki na naging improvement. Okay, if wala pa naging improvement, may classes tayo for that. Ask us about tips. Meron din kami ibibigay. But there is no secret na ito, di ko sinasabi sa ibang estudyante, sa'yo ko lang ito sasabihin na para gumaling ka. Walang ganun. Lahat po na yun ay nandito sa klase. Sasabihin ko yun sa'yo. Alright? Questions so far? Wala. Okay, ilan na tayo? Uy, dumagdag oh. Dami na natin. So, let's talk about the listening exam. The listening test is divided into 4 parts. No? Dati, section ang tawag dyan. Kaya pag narinig mo siya sa audio, Section 1, ganun mo siya maririnig. Section 2. Ngayon, pinilitan na siya. Hindi na siya section, ginawa na siya Part 1. Kailan nangyari yun? January 2020. So, 5 years ago, binago. So, instead na Section 1, Part 1, yun na maririnig. Okay pa? So, regardless, dahil nga nakasanayan ko, 9 na taon na ako nagtuturo dito eh. Minsan, natatawag ko pa rin siyang sections. Pag narinig ako sinabing section or part, it's interchangeable. Okay? In total, your entire test consists of 40 items. By the way, the listening subtest is the same for both academic and general. There's no difference whatsoever. Same content, same set, same question, same audio, same accent, same answers basically in the end. So how long will this last? 40 minutes for only for the pen and paper based test takers. So this 40 minutes is true only for pen and paper-based test takers. But your actual time for the test for computer-delivered exam, which most of you are planning to take, is only going to last for 32 minutes. 30 minutes for you to take the test itself, listen to the recording, type your answers, interact with your computers, and 2 minutes for you to check whether you have answered everything. So the time, if you will be taking the computer-based test, is much, much shorter than the traditional method of doing it via pen and paper. So remember, either test, whether it's pen and paper based or computer delivered exam, the recording is going to play only once. There's no replays available. So make this one-time audio playback count. Okay? Tamad kayong kakwentuhan. Mga kabarkada ba kayo? Parang ang boring yung tropa eh. General rules. Listen intently. What do we mean by this first bullet point? We listen with the intention of getting as many answers as possible. Okay? Follow the example. Because even though your answer is practically okay, but if it's technically wrong due to spelling, due to formatting, your answer is considered incorrect in the end. Something that we're not too happy about since pinaghirapan natin yung points na yun. And please don't fall asleep, ha? Oftentimes kasi yung mga audio recording, napaka-soothing ng mga boses. So, kung tutulugan ng exam, ha? Sayang eh. Let me return to my previous slide. The 40 items, hindi pala nakikita dito. Nakakakita lang yung mga nasa the 40 items for both ACAD and GT. So I've mentioned, ha, may band score conversion po tayo. So meaning, for you to get a band 7, you have to score at least 30 points. Once again, I would like to set our target. Kailangan meron tayong aim. Meron tayong goal. Tama ba? Objective. Ilan po ang minimum na target natin? 30. Pero ano talaga yung target natin? Yung perfect score. 40 out of 40. Walang mali. Sir, lang kailangan mo sa exam? 40 out of 40. 9. Ilang band score kailangan mo sa? 9. Ilang kailangan mo? 9. Aim for a 9.0. Sabi nga nila, di ba? Shoot for the moon. If you miss, you land among the stars. Oh, shoot for 9.0. Magkamali ka ng konti, 8.58 pa din. It's still more than your target band score. At guys, sabihin ko sa inyo, kung meron man sa 4 na subtest sa IELTS, kaya mong maka-9 dito yun. So I've mentioned, ito nga pinakamaikling major lecture, baka nga isang oras lang tapos tayo. Siya pinakamadali sa kanila. Kaya maka-9. Just have to click the right switches. Just have to do the right. Clear? Okay. So for pen and paper based test takers, ito po ang appearance niya. Yung po makikita nila. May answer sheet. Yung 1 to 20 nasa left, yung 21 to 40 nandito sa right. Malinaw? Pero sa computer based test, whatever you logged doon sa screen, in the end, makikita mo yung virtual answer sheet na tinatawag. So there's no need for you to transfer everything. So this is actually the primary reason why sa pen and paper based test, may additional 10 minutes sila. Kasi habang nakikinig sila, nagno-note sila. Pagkatapos ng 30 minutes, may 10 minutes sila to transfer isa-isa yung mga sagot. Kaya 10 minutes yun. Whereas sa atin, whatever we put doon sa screen, yun na agad yung answer mo na malalag sa inyong virtual answer sheet. Clear? Okay. Oh, nagkasabay ata kayo ngayon. So remember, there's quite a big difference between the pen and paper based and computer delivered mode. And this video aims to show you exactly what the main differences are. So since I don't want you to wait long, excuse me, sarap ng ulam ko kanina. I don't want you to wait that long to understand the difference. I'll be showing this video to you right now. You only have to pay me 5 pesos for me to share it to you. I'll be collecting the money after the test is over. Okay? Master volume nasa may mic volume.
For the listening test, you can change the volume by using the volume bar in the top right at any time during the test.
So here's the first advantage of computer-based examinations. You can manipulate the volume, unlike sa pen and paper based. Hindi mo siya pwedeng lakasan o piliin. Imagine the scenario when I took my test sa Crown Plaza Ortigas Hotel. Laki nun, nung ballroom nila. Pakataas ng ceiling, tapos may 2 speaker lang sa harap. So lahat ng nasa likod, medyo hindi na ganun ka-clear yung nare-receive na sound. Hindi na siya ganun ka-clear. So kaya yung pwestuhan nun, nakadepende kung papasa ka o hindi. Pag nasa bungad ka, sakop na sakop mo yung sound. Pag nasa dulo ka, medyo malabo na siya. Imagine, carpeted pa yung buong floor. It absorbs the sound. So kahit ang lakas niya, dahil na-absorb ng carpet yung sound, it doesn't come out as resonant as what would you expect. It's what you expected. Kaya challenge yun. In Cabanatuan City, we have pen and paper based exams available pa din. 3 beses po yun sa isang taon. February 14, July, September. Sa IDP, ibang date naman sila. March, parang isang buwan after. March, August, October. So si IDP, dito sa Cabanatuan, dyan kay The Podium, tsaka kay Microtel, ginaganap po siya. Dyan sa Santa Arcadia. Dito naman kay British Council, ang kanilang base, palagi ay si Harvest Hotel. Have you guys been to Harvest Hotel? Merong kasalan, binyagan doon. Sino nakapunta doon? Yung iba, hindi pa kayo na-invite doon? Wala kasi kayo mga friends. No? Oh. Ang pangit ng sound quality ng speaker doon. Harvest Hotel, for me if I can enumerate best hotels in Nueva Ecija, probably it's one of the best, if not already the best. Kasi nag-iisang 4-star hotel sa atin yan, sa buong lalawigan. Yet, their audio sucks. Kaya since 2017, pagkatapos ng exam, pupunta yung mga estudyante dito, magre-reklamo. Sabi ko, ano magagawa ko? Tapos na exam. Hindi naman ako may-ari ng Harvest Hotel. Winarningan na nga namin kayo. Kaya nga, pag pen and paper based test noon, Pampanga lagi ang tinuturo namin. Eh ngayon, meron tayong sariling testing center. Kaya nga ito, pinapakita natin ano ang difference niya. So, if you guys still want to try doing the pen and paper based test, we welcome that. It's fine. Wala tayong magagawa, yung trip mo. But computer-delivered exams offer better overall potential compared to the traditional one. No? Which some of you are going to have trouble shifting na hindi ako masyadong sanay pa makipag-interact using the mouse, hindi pa ako sanay masyadong mag-type using the keyboard. But at the end of the day, na mas manageable i-take si computer-based test as compared to the as compared to the traditional method of pen and paper. Continue.
For each part of the listening test, you will hear the recording once only.
Okay, another
Listening test, you can
I would like to add is that in this part, we see the timer. Hindi po totoo yan. Ano? 30 minutes lang yan. Hindi yan isang oras. And then, we have questions 1 to 10, part 1. Tulad nung sabi ko, hindi na siya section, part na siya. Then we have 1 to 10. Huwag din po kayo magugulat ha, kung minsan hindi siya sasaktong 10, minsan 8 lang siya. Pinakamadami ko na-encounter 12. But kung kukunin mo yung total from parts 1 to 4, 40 pa rin ang total. Okay? Magbabago lang siya ng konti doon sa parts. Pero in reality, when you get the total, it's still going to give you 40. So in this case, you literally have to type answers sa blank. I get some point. You literally have to type the answers dito sa blank. So basically, as you listen, blank shape, narinig mo, round shape. Uy, yun na yung sagot, round. Type mo na yung round. I get some point. Okay. So, hindi po lahat ng tanong ay ganyan. That you literally have to type in letter per letter just for it to construct a single word. Because oftentimes, napaka-tedious task nun, nakakapagod nun, ang hirap gawin na lahat yan itatype mo, lalo kung ang hahaba ng salita. Diba? Halimbawa, set of blank chairs. Tapos ang sagot dyan wooden. So W-O-O-D-E-N. Hanapin mo yung letters na yan. Tapos i-click mo siya. So ang hirap niyang gawin for a long duration of time. That is why, not only you will be encountering this type of question wherein you have to type an answer on the blank, may mga interactive parts din siya where you have to drag and drop certain item, no? Meron dong box, rectangular box, click mo siya, dalhin mo siya dun sa part na gusto mong dalhin, let it go, madadrop na siya dun sa part na gusto mapunta siya. So again, I'm just telling you the story, but it's different if you do it by experience. Kaya lagi ko in-encourage, if you like to pump your scores up, like to inflate your listening test scores, there's no better way to do it than to experience it firsthand through practice. Okay? All right. Tuloy natin.
For the listening test, you can change the volume by using the volume bar in the top right at any time during the test. For each part of the listening test, you will hear the recording once only. Some parts of the test have more than one type of question. Each type of question has its own instructions. In the listening test, listen carefully for the part number and question numbers to make sure you are looking at the
example of what I'm trying to tell you. There are list of rooms on the right, and this is where the item questions are. So basically, pag sinabi niya na staff accommodation is right next to the boys accommodation. So ito, click mo, lapit mo yan dito. Kasi ito si boys accommodation, nandun sa staff accommodation, where the blank is located. Clear. On the opposite side, of the garden, besides the craft room, is the games room. So games room, craft room, art room, and cookery room. Point, point. Nagigets yung point? So, yun yung tinatawag natin interactive style of taking the test sa listening exam.
Right screen. For some questions, you need to write your answer in the gap. For some questions, you need to choose which diagram label. A.
This one naman is very complicated na, but still easy to manage. May letters ka dyan. Halimbawa si A. Ash Street and Main Street. So on the corner of Ash Street and Main Street is where the Handcrafts Museum is located. So dahil A yon, i-click mo yung A dito sa Handcraft Museum. Nagets yan? So sa mapa kasi, ang binibigay sa dyan, directions.
B, C, etc. is correct for which item listed in the table. For each question, click on the correct space in the table. For some questions, you need to click on an answer and move it into the gap.
Yo. Paano pagpapalitan?
If you want to change an answer, move another answer into the gap.
Ganun lang.
If you want to leave the question unanswered, move the question back.
Yo.
And for some questions, you need to move an answer into a gap on a diagram. At the end of the listening test, you'll have 2 minutes to check all of your answers. The tests will automatically stop when the time finishes.
Be careful pala not to click itong mga numbers na to sa baba. Kasi pag kinlik mo yan, magpe-play na yung script para doon. Huwag ka masyadong malikot, ha? Okay? Now, natapos na yung buong test. The entire test is over. May 2 minutes ka to check. Yung item number 22, item number 37, wala ka. Anong gagawin? Doon mo pwedeng i-click ito para tingnan yung clue na pwede mo magamit to help you give a hypothetical guess for your answer. Nakalagay doon, 22, wala akong sagot. Ano kayang pwede? Okra. Hindi naman pwedeng okra ang sagot. Pagbabasihan ka dapat. May dapat pagbabasihan. Nakalagay doon sa 22. Sharks blank. Sharks are hunted for their blank because they give tasty soup. Hindi mga shark kinahunt daw para sa blank nila. So A, fin. B, tail. C, eyes. Anong sagot niya? Fin. Nagets niyo yung point? Hindi ko pinakinggan yung audio, nakakuha ko ng sagot. Yun tinatawag na hypothetical guess. Malinaw. Pero hindi po sa lahat ng item, hula na lang, ha? Like, ano kayang magandang sagot dito? Baguio na lang. Ito na lang, si Baguio Ride. Si Balloon Ride naman niya. Hindi po ganun. Gamitin niyo lang siya, yung panguhula na yan, no? Yung hypothetical guess, during the end, 2-3 mong na-miss. Because I don't want you to submit your test papers when you click submit or when it gets uploaded automatically nang may kulang dyan. Sayang kasi, yung isang item. ABC lang naman pamimilian. Hindi naman siya makaka-hurt kung huhulaan. Baka chumachamba pa. Sayang. Baka machambahan. No? Pero hindi lahat chamba lang, ha? Dapat lahat pinag-isipan, okay? So perfect score is 9.0. That means you get the perfect score of 40 out of 40. Kaya? Kaya. In listening test, yan ang pinakakaya sa lahat. Reading, medyo tagilid na nga tayo lately. Speaking, kayang-kaya din. Writing, yun lang. Yun ang kausapin. So in the listening test, we have various stages. We have the before stage. Anong ginagawa natin sa before stage? Literal na makakarinig ka dyan ng script. Sabihin sa'yo, you have 1 minute to look for questions 1 to 10. Mahimik lang yan, 1 minuto. Gagawin mo. So 1 minute na lilipas. Kamusta na kaya yung ex ko? Ganun kaya? Ganun ba? Hindi po. Anong gagawin natin sa 1 minute na lilipas? Get clues from the screen. Nakita mo doon. Kasi pwede mo scroll din eh. Pwede mo laruin, no? Huwag mo lang i-click yung mga sabi ko, i-click sa baba. Ah. So, doon sa nakita nating example kanina,
Test.
ayan, oh. Blank shape. Kung wala pang sagot dyan, again ha, nakalagay dyan, blank shape. Anong pwede mong ilagay? Diba? Square shape, heart shape, triangular shape. Nagigets yung point? You can anticipate what you're about to hear if you will read the script prior to the audio playing. O dito, blank old. Oh. Pwedeng very old. Pwedeng 10-year old. Nagigets yan? Pwedeng a decade old or century. Then, set of blank chairs, set of plastic chairs, seats covered in leather material. Pwede siguro, ano? In blank condition, in pristine condition, in good condition, in excellent condition. You get yung point? In worse condition, in bad condition. Oh, length. Ano kayang length niya? 10 meters, 3 kilometers, di ba? Oh, 3 drawers, top drawer has a meron daw, siguro handle. May handle siya, may hawakan. Yung top drawer. Yung dalawa, wala. Knob, pwede din. Oh, left, River Lane, Stone Thorpe. Yun yung address. So, siguro, dahil binigay yung county at saka yung province, ang iniintay ko dito siguro street number, house number. Number 54 Amethyst Street. Pwede. Okay, and then number 9, take the Hawthorne Road out of Stone Thorpe, go past the secondary school, then turn right, turn left at the crossroads. Yun lang naman yan, pwede pamilihan. House is down this road opposite the pwedeng school, pwedeng church, pwedeng park. Yun, ibig sabihin, sa isang minutong lumipas, ina-anticipate ko na may mga pwedeng shoot na mga sagot doon. Hindi tatanga ka lang. At iisipin mo yung nakaraan. Pinagdaanan mo kasama yung ex mo. Gets yung point? Anticipate what you're going to hear. So during, so habang nakikinig ka naman, doon ka naman nagtatype. Yun ang pinaka-busy na part ng exam. Nagpe-play yung audio, napaka-interactive yan, ang dami nangyayari. You're listening to the audio, you're analyzing what's happening sa screen, tapos nag-i-interact ka pa, nagtatype ka pa. So this examination requires great multitasking skill. Okay po? Kaya nga sabi ko, pagdating sa writing, pagod ka na kasi dami na nangyari, dami mo nang ginawa. Iba pa naman sa inyo, naka-isang trabaho lang, ay pagod na ako, deserve na mag-milk tea. Okay? Kada tayong nahasa sa reward system eh. Kaya pag nag-exam kayo, endure it entirely. Alright? So after, may marinig ka na naman na script. You're now given half a minute to check your answers. Diba? Napaka-swabe. May time ka to prepare, time ka to listen and answer. At guys, by the way, kaya madali yung listening, napakabagal ng conversations dyan. Literal. Wala ka nag-uusap na, hi, where are you from? Oh, my place of residence is located at number 12 Pearl Street, Stone Thorpe, Riverside. Di ba? Walang ganun eh. Number 54, ganun lang silang kabilis mag-usap. The conversation speed is actually tuned on a much lower scale para makapasa. Binagalan na nila. Okay? Once again ha, huwag po tayong kiklik dun sa mga black na numbers sa ilalim. Kasi pag kinlik mo yon sa 30 seconds, matagal pa. Boring mo. Click nga muna. Sige, click mo yan. Bahala. Laruan mo yan. Magpe-play yung audio dyan. No? So, one thing that makes the listening test a bit difficult for people is the content. Yung laman. Because as you progress towards the end, listen, as you progress towards the end, the examination becomes increasingly more difficult. So sections 1 and 2, given yan, madali. Sections 3 and 4, average to difficult ang kanilang category. How come? Kasi, if you compare the content, sections 1 and 2, or parts 1 and 2, rather, they are recordings that you will hear about general everyday scenarios with social context. For us, regular people, they are familiar. So, bigyan natin ng example. In section 1, halimbawa, you will hear two people. Laging dalawa yan. Isang nagtatanong, isang sumasagot. Sa dalawang scenario na yun, maraming pwedeng nangyari. Pwedeng yung scenario 1 is estudyante, required sa college. Anong kurso ito? Magkano yung kurso? Kailan yung pasok? Ilang units yung mga subjects? Pwede bang magpalit ng oras ang pasok? May weekend ba? Ilang oras ako pwedeng mag-work? Part-time job worker? Yung maririnig natin. Pwede rin siyang holiday reservations. Try nyo na ba yan? Try nyo na? O narinig nyo ng tintry ng iba? Like parents nyo, pupunta kayo sa, let's say, La Union. Nag-stay kayo sa Oreo, sa hotel doon. Tumawag sila dun sa front desk. Hello? Available po dito, ganito, ganyan. Ilan ba kayo? Kasama ba yung breakfast? Ano ba ang mga amenities na meron dyan? I guess yung point. That's a very common thing to experience. What else? Nawawalang gamit. Diba? Meron din dyan sample na nawawalang gamit. Bebenta ng gamit. Isa sa samples natin last time, motor, binibenta niya, tumawag yung potential na buyer. Ang mga tinanong, ilang litro yung makina, 1.5 liters, yung kulay, ano yung dating kulay, pang ilang may-ari ka na. Diba? Ilang kilometrahe na. Yung mga tinanong, magkano mo bebenta? Saan ka ba nakatira? Pwede ba tayo meet up? COD, ano? Gets yan? Kaya kung madali ang section 1 kasi literal, yung mga blanks doon ay informasyon. At ang informasyon na yun ay pangalan ng tao, pangalan ng lugar, oras, araw, date. Again, madali yung ma-capture ha. Hindi siya mahirap marinig. What else? Presyo, magkano, amenities, pangalan. Hindi medyo mahirap. Pero don't have to worry. So even the names of hotels, they spell them out. So, pag narinig ka nang ini-spell out potential answer, it's always a potential answer. If not now, maybe later. Diba? So, keep them in mind. So, sa section 2, ganun pa rin, social context pa rin, tungkol pa rin siya sa transactions, diba? Anong advantage ng paggamit ng cashless transaction over physical payment? Ano, yung mga rebates ka, merong discounts, may free ka ng ham sa SNR pag itong credit card na ito ginamit mo. May free ka na payong sa BDO pag December. Mapaliwanag nila yan dyan. Madalas po, ang mapa nag-a-appear yan sa section 2. Na sabi ko, ang daming nahihirapan sa mapa, not because map is difficult, as if map becomes difficult because of direction. Nahihirapan kang mag-catch up dun sa pag-discuss kasi nasaan ka naman dun sa direction. So if you can imagine, they give informational talk. So when they give informational talk, nagbibigay sila ng directions. Now we're here at Subang Island Beach Resort. On the southern side of the island, you will see the port, where people gather and sell goods to one another. If you go up north, the center, ganun lang, sundan mo lang siya. But in the end, ang hinahanap pa din dyan, mga names, numbers, length, dates, yan. Yun pa din siya. Now, sabi ko sa inyo, sa section 3 and 4, mas mahirap siya versus sections 1 and 2. So basically, 1 and 2, they are asking you for nouns and adjectives as adjectives. And nouns and adjectives are easy to understand. Sections 3 and 4 becomes more problematic dahil verb, adverb na po ang parts of speech na kailangan mag-isip. Ano ba yung verb? Ano ba yung adverb? Meron po kasi silang forms. Halimbawa, si verb, go. Ang base form niya, or infinitive form ay go. Ang singular form niya, goes. Ang past form niya, went. Ang past participle niya, gone. E nakita mo, doon sa iyong question, sa test booklet, literal na may be verb. Ang be po kasi, hindi lang siya si be eh. Marami siya. Si be verb, si is, are, was, were, am, si has, have, had, including your sense verbs. So pag may be, tapos blank, ang narinig mo, went, she went to the mall. Tapos nakalagay sa question, she has blank to the mall. So instead na went ang sagot mo, gone is the more acceptable answer. So you need to convert it into a much more grammatically acceptable form. That's very challenging, lalo na kung hindi ka familiar sa mga elements of grammar na ganyan. Kaya si B ang pinaka wina-warningan ko lahat ng estudyante pagdating sa exam. Si section 3, minsan 3-4 nag-uusap dyan eh. Si Mary, si Joseph, si Jesus Christ, hindi naman siguro, ano? Si Ken, no? Si Lucille, nag-uusap silang 4. So dahil 4 sila, ang gulo-gulo, sino na ba si Mary? Sino na ba si Lucille doon? Sino na ba doon si John? Diba? So 4 naman, 1 person lang. Kaso ang topic mo dito sa monologue is academic context. Mas mahirap. So kung kanina, tourism lang, amenities lang ng isang lugar, paano magbayad gamit ng credit card, paano mag-apply ng membership sa isang cycling club, gano'n lang. Dito sa 4, history ng airships. So may kinalaman siya sa mga technical specifications. Diba? So you have to be careful about it. Okay. Medyo naiihina ako, kaya magpapa-break na ako. It's 10:13 on my watch. 5 to 10 minute break would be enough. Sa mga naka-tune in po sa Zoom, I'll be pausing the recording for a bit. And then yung po magwa-watch naman ng replay can still watch it non-stop. Kasi pag pinost ko to, kung saan siya nag-return, dun din siya babalik. And we're back. So, one barrier to listening is speed. Speed. Yung tulin. Can we do something about speed? Can we make it go slower or faster? No, you can't. No? You don't have superpowers to do that. As I've mentioned, the speed at which the recording is played is put on a slower scale already so that people can catch the answers as easier as they could. One problem is accent, because not all of us are familiar with how words are expressed. Even in the Philippines, ito, ang lagi kong ginagamit na example when it comes to accent is that Nueva Ecija. We are just a province in Luzon. And yet, iba-ibang bayan, iba-ibang punto. Accent is literally translated as punto. Diba? Pag gumawi ka ng mga kuya po, ayan, Bungabon, San Jose, medyo may punto sila na parang mga taga Pangasinan, Baguio na, ang dating. Pag gawin ka pa naman, halong Kapampangan, Abiao, Kabanatuan, sa Manloob, mga accent nila, puro, I speak. Kidnap, hold up, paborito nilang words. No? But then again, in a small scale province like us, the accent is way different just after 30 or so kilometers. Kasi ang distansya po ng Cabanatuan to Gapan is literally 17 kilometers. It's not a very far away area from each other. And yet, magkaiba ang punto na pagsasalita. What more, if we're talking about continental scale, nag-originate po kasi talaga ang English in some area of Germany, Anglo-Saxon, Anglo-English. From there, kinolonize nila ang UK. Doon siya na saturate yung English. Kaya nga siya English, England. Now, yung mga Brits, na-discover nila si America through Christopher Columbus, si Australia, na-discover nila si Australia through their exploration in search for Antarctica, yung pinakadulong south ng planeta natin. So, if you can imagine, dito sa Cabanatuan, ang distansya lang nun sa Gapan is 17 kilometers. Ang distansya ng England sa Amerika ay kailangan mong mag-travel ng oras sa plane. Kailangan mag-travel ng 3 buwan. Dati from ship, galleon ship, from England to Australia. 3 buwan ang trip. Ganun pong katagal. So definitely, we should expect that the way how they speak will be very different. Same language, but differently pronounced. Okay? So there was a study conducted in one of the universities in America where they asked locals of every country to speak this paragraph, the please call Stella. So bakit nila naisip tong paragraph na to? Because in this paragraph, you would identify almost all of the phonetic alphabet there is in the English language. So they want to compare, meron nga dito pati Quezon City tsaka Visayan accent pag ito ang pinronounce. Meron din po silang available niyan. No? So gusto ko pakinggan natin, how does American accent sound if they will be reciting this paragraph? American muna.
Please call Stella, ask her to bring these things with her from the store: 6 spoons of fresh snow peas, 5 thick slabs of blue cheese, and maybe a snack for her brother Bob. We also need a small plastic snake and a big toy frog for the kids. She will scoop these things up into 3 red bags, and we will go meet her Wednesday at the train station.
Right. One of the features of American accent is that it's rather fast because their feature is, ang tawag natin dun ay gliding. They want to speak it as quickly as they could. Because American speech is lazy speech. Ganito sila magsalita, like, in-interview yung favorite mong basketball player. Hey Curry, what can you say about your performance? I think all team contributed us tonight. But then, yes, I draw some rebounds. I think do better next time when we get in the championship. Kasi sila magsalita, they don't open their mouth wide enough. Kaya sa kanilang tatlo, na accent na paparinig ko sa inyo ngayon, American is actually the shortest, the fastest. But were you able to recognize it still? Were you able to hear it clearly? Yes, because we are accustomed to American accent. Tayong mga Pilipino ay sanay makarinig ng American sound. Why? Mga pinapanood natin movies, pinapanood natin series. Even yung mga cartoons before na naka-translate in English, di ba? American accent yon. Mga pinapakinggan natin kanta, di ba? Mga singers, Hollywood actors in American accent. So we are very much accustomed to it. That we don't need that much of exposure para ma-recognize natin, American accent. Anong feature American accent? Sometimes wala yung letter T nila. Like si internet, they pronounce it as internet. Curtain, curtain. Certain, certain. Cotton, cotton. Ganun sila mag-pronounce. Wala na yung mga letter T. Na, yung R, sometimes, they have the rhotic R. Ganun yung pronunciation. Sa atin kasi, Mexican R. Santa Cruz. Diba? Rizal. Sa kanila, R. Santa Cruz. Rizal. Ganun sila. Nasa likod yung R. Rhotic. Now, doon naman tayo sa British.
Please call Stella. Ask her to bring these things with her from the store. 6 spoons of fresh snow peas, 5 thick slabs of blue cheese, and maybe a snack for her brother Bob. We also need a small plastic snake and a big toy frog for the kids. She can scoop these things into 3 red bags and we will go meet her Wednesday at the train station.
Okay, kamusta po? Very calm, very slow. Kasi British accent is known for slicing syllables. Talaga. You know, pronouncing every syllable on a shortcut. Sa American, may lips shortcut. The British, hindi. This comes ask her to bring these things of the ano nawawala? Yung R. Ask her to bring these things with her from the store. Wala yung R. Wala yung R, sometimes wala yung E. Kaya si Ed Sheeran, pag kumakanta yan, yung better. Better. Sana yung pila, sana yung R. So, yun lang. Pero at the end of the day, wala yung T, wala yung R. Kaya ba? Naintindihan? Yes. Kaya. American accent appears about 20% of the time. British, about 70%. What would you expect sa kanila ginawa tong recording? Nakuha? Bakit may American pa rin? Bakit may Australian pa rin? Sometimes nga may Hong Kong, may Chinese, may Filipino accent na. Hi, I am Marie and I am the domestic helper here in Hong Kong. Ganun yung maririnig niya. Oo, bakit may ganun? Kasi IELTS is a global brand. It's a very inclusive brand. So nila lahat sa amin. 1% lang mag-appear. Okay? Ito na po ang pinakihintay ng lahat. British accent. No?
Please call Stella. Ask her to bring these things with her from the store. 6 spoons of fresh snow peas, 5 thick slabs of blue cheese, and maybe a snack for her brother Bob. We also need a small plastic snake and a big toy frog for the kids. She can scoop these things into 3 red bags, and we'll go meet her Wednesday at the train station.
Kaya nakita niyo sa slide ko dito. Nakalagay dito sa Australian accent. Nakaka-encounter lang yan. Mga sinipa. Mga may sumpa. Okay? Kawawa po ang encounter niyan. Ano ba yung narinig ko? No? Si Australian accent kasi, just to give you a very short overview, na-discover siya, sabi ng mga Brits, yung lugar itong pangit. Gawin lang natin itong kulungan. Totoo. Kulungan mo dati yan. So lahat ng binagsak nila sa Australia, lahat yon ay mga convicts. At syempre, kapag mga preso, syempre yung lingwahe niyan. Diba? Magulo. Tayo nga eh. Pag nasa Manila ka, yung terms nila sa iba-ibang gamit eh. Erpat, nonta, binabalik-baliktad natin yung mga terms. No? Tapos, hindi sila formal kausap. Tama ba? Siyempre, dahil mga preso, some of them did not receive any formal education. Kaya hindi siya polished. Kaya yung accent nila very thick. Eh, saan nanggaling ba? Saan ba nanggaling yung mga convicts sa UK? Sa Ireland. Kaya nga, yung Irish accent at British accent, very close. Kung narinig si McGregor, magsalita, kilala niya yan? Si Conor McGregor, UFC fighter, Irish accent yan. Si Hugh Jackman, Wolverine, British accent yun. May resemblance sila. Even though ilang daan taon na po ang lumipas, more than 300 years past, may similarities pa rin sila. Because yun yung feature ng accent. So, ano pong gusto nating mangyari? na tayo po ay hindi makaranas ng Australian accent. Dahil sa tatlo na yan po ang pinaka-challenging. Imagine yung August na word. August. Diba? August. How do you pronounce August? October. October. Ayun, diba? Pamura ka na lang eh. Okay? So that's a very challenging accent to encounter in the test. So we hope,
Please call.
hindi na mag-pray. No? Pray kayo na, Lord, sana po maka-encounter ng Australian accent sa listening exam. Kasi yun po talaga magpapahirap ng test. Sample question, multiple choice?
Section 3. Listen to a female student, Amina, talking to her tutor, Dr. Bryson, about her project on local history. Amina has completed a first draft of the project. First, you have some time to look at questions 21 to 26
Ano yan?
and answer questions 21 to 26.
Local, like,
Well, Amina,
Right.
thanks for letting me have your draft in such good time.
Oh, that's all right. I was just very anxious to hear what you think of it. You can see that I decided to change the topic. I had been interested in looking at Bering's factory.
Oh, I think the hospital was a much better choice. In fact, well, I have to say that I thought it was good.
Oh,
There's still lots of work to be done,
oh yes, of course.
but there's plenty of good ideas. It opens well, and the first chapter is fine, but the middle section really stood out for me, most interesting.
That's amazing, because I really didn't find it a bit easy to write.
How long did you work on the whole thing?
Well, I spent about 2 or 3 weeks reading and doing general research, and then I dashed the writing off very quickly. So about 4 weeks in all.
Well, that's about par for the course. You've got a while yet to make the changes.
Oh, right. No problem.
Right, let's have a look at my notes here. Okay, starting with section headings. The broad divisions are good, but you'll have to read.
so sabi niya, you see, I was very anxious. I was looking at the Bering's factory. No, I think the hospital is a much better choice. Kasi nagsimula si Amina gawin yung project na si factory ang una niyang tinignan. Nung nasimulan niyan, shift siya sa hospital. Kaya nga in-upload ni Dr. Bryson, it's a much better choice. Kaya B ang sagot natin sa 1. 22 Dr. Bryson particularly like, sabi niya, sa introduction, it opens well. Anong ginamit niyang adjective? Well. Pag tinranslate mo siya, okay, good. Sabi dun sa first chapter, fine. Okay, good. Sabi niya sa middle section, but the middle section, nag-pause siya, really stood out well for me. Most interesting. So doon sa tatlong sinabi niya, good, well, si intro, fine si first chapter, middle section, ano daw pinaka-nagustuhan niya? Middle section. Kasi yung naka-receive ng mas maraming adjective. Sabi ni Amina, what? Is that so? Totoo ba? Na-surprise siya. Bakit? Because I didn't find it easy to write. Didn't find it easy, found it difficult to do. So ba nagandahan pa? Hindi nga ako nadali yung gawin niya. So yung dash to write off very quickly, hindi siya nagulat kasi binilisan niya yung pagsusulat. Nagulat siya kasi nagandahan si Dr. Bryson despite her finding it to be difficult. So sagot natin dun ay letter C. Okay, sa map tayo. Sa map, you have to be careful with directions. So pag directions po tayo, direction, kailangan pakinggan mo yung mga corner of, besides, next to, adjacent. Ano yung sabihin ng adjacent? Katabi. Katapat. In front of, opposite. Katabi, right next to, neighboring, adjoining, at the center, in the middle. Pinaka-importante dyan na direction yung common basic directions, north, south. Lagi mo tatandaan na north taas, south baba. Nasaan yung east at saka west? East yung kanan, west yung kaliwa. Clear? Okay. Remember that ha. Kasi madalas meron kayong ganito, compass, but oftentimes wala. So anong ginagawa natin? Actually, pag nagtitake po ako ng exam, pag mapa, nagpa-practice ako, no? Ginagawa ko, tingin ako sa screen, yung aking right hand ay nasa mouse, lalo kung interactive naman yung aking questions, yung left finger ko ay nasa screen. Pwede mo turo eh. You are hero, so nasa tower daw ako. Tapos, on the eastern section, the indoor arena, sinabi mga katabi niya, joining, neighboring, besides. Okay, so parinig natin yung audio script.
Well, here we are at the top of the tower, and we're going to look at the view from each direction. Out to the east, the large buildings about a kilometre away are on the Olympic side. There's an indoor arena for gymnastics, a stadium for track and field, and a swimming pool for races and synchronised swimming, and also diving. If you look carefully down there, you can see the train lines. The Olympic site has its own station to encourage the use of public transport. There is also a car park, but it only holds a limited number of cars. The formal park has some specially created water features. If you look out here to the south, you can see a circular ornamental pond. And around to the west, you can relax and sit on a bench to smell the flowers in the rose garden. And finally, up to the north, if you look in front of you now, there's a lake with a small island in the centre. You can hire rowing boats at the boat shed, which you can't see from here. But if you look through the trees, you can see the cafe, which has lovely views across the water. OK, let's climb down now. We will go now and have a look at the nature reserve section of the park, which has opened up natural wetland to the public.
So what happened? Balikan natin. Yung pong mga red markings na pinakita ko dyan. This is exactly how my finger will go as the audio progresses. Yan po yung galaw ng daliri ko. Tandaan ha, you are here, meaning yun yung reference point mo. Lagi ka dun babalik. Okay, kaya kung nakikita nyo, nag-draw ako ng arrow, left, right yan. Sabi dyan, highlighter. Out here to the east, there's the Olympic side. There's a swimming pool, an indoor arena, and a stadium. If you look down, meron daw train lines. Ayan na nga siya. May sarili siyang station to encourage users to use the public transport. There's also a car park. May sinabi siyang wala dito na? Which is yung car park. So malamang sa malamang, itong square na to, siya na si car park. Malinaw po ba kung saan ako nanggaling? Saan ko kinuha yung answer ko? Clear? Yan. Out here to the south, ang sabi ni sir, ang south daw ay baba. So balik ako dun sa reference point ko, nasa tower tayo, baba nun. There's a circular ornamental pond. Ibig sabihin nun, it just confirms na nandito na ako ngayon. Tapos na ako din sa kanan, dito naman ako ngayon kasi continuous po ang audio. Out here to the west, you can relax and sit on the benches. Ayan siya, tatlo nga, kaya plural. And smell the flowers in the rose garden. Siguro, itong napapalibutan yung bench na may mga bulaklak daw yan. Yan siguro yung rose garden na sinasabi. No, malamang. Tama po ba? Kaya ang sagot natin sa number 16 ay rose garden. Clear po? Yan. Ngayon, medyo mabilis yung pagkakabigay niya ng info dito kay north. Sa north, meron daw ditong lake. Gusto mo lang munang i-confirm ha, ano ba yung itsura nung sinasabi niya. North, nasa taas na tayo. May lake daw doon. May nakita ka bang lake? Yes. May small island daw ba in the center? Yes. Pwede ka daw mag-hire ng rowing boats Pero hindi mo daw siya makikita. Bakit? Kasi ito yung tower, nandito ka, andun yung rowing boats, naka-block yun ng tree. Tama? Pero through the trees, pag sabing through, sa pagitan, may trees dito, may trees dyan. Ano daw yung makikita? There's a cafe. At yun. That completes our map. Kaya pagka nagpa-practice ako ng map, nagtitake tayo ng test, mamaya may map ba ako dito? Ay, wala. Hindi na lang ito ang ipapapractice ko. Wala pa. Ganda kasi meron. So, yun. Ganun po siya, guys. Ano? So, ang spelling natin, lahat po ay allowed. Pero mas in-encourage ko po kayong gumamit ng American spelling dahil we are more accustomed to American spelling than British. Kasi ang British spelling, yung tire nila, T-Y-R-E. Now, kung gagamit ka ng word na meter, tapos ang spelling mo is American, magkakaroon ng inconsistency yan. Kailan po tatama na ang answer mo, kani po muna, no? Kailan po mas applicable na ang sagot natin ay ito ang mas better na spelling kesa sa dito. Kailan tatama? Kailan mas okay itong gamitin? Kapag may ibinigay na format doon sa item. Halimbawa, nakalagay sa question number 2, blank, tapos metre. So, ang sagot mo 19 lang kasi may nakalagay na eh. Kung sasagot ka at kompleto dapat yung sagot mo sa item number 7, kompletong length niya, sabi doon 20 meters, ito dapat ang spelling. Dahil yun yung binigay na example sa kasamang section niya. Malinaw po tayo. So again ha, kung may nakita kang format of the example given, all you have to do is to copy it. Halimbawa lang, doon daw magsasagawa ng soccer match yung Red Goblins versus Blue Lions sa British Sports Center. Ang spelling ng center, C-E-N-T-R-E, di ba? Sabi ni sir, dapat to gumamit ako ng American spelling eh. So yung next time na narinig mo, British Sports Center, ang spelling mo ay American. Pero kahit na sinunod mo lang naman ako, mali yun. Bakit? May format kasing ibinigay eh. Yun yung pangalan ng lugar. Centre. Hindi mo siya pwedeng palitan ng center basta. Dahil lang sa American spelling yan. Kaya something that supersedes yung instruction ko sa inyo na use American spelling, sabi ko lang often, ang mananaig pa din ay, ang mangingibabaw pa din ay yung format po na ibigay doon sa example. Malinaw po tayo. Okay. Kasi guys, ang daming nadadali dyan na tama sana yung answer nila, but because of the improper formatting, nagkakaroon ng mistake. Sa date, wala pong problema sa format. Pero kung may ibinigay doon na format, halimbawa, table ito. Yan, table dyan. May binigay na halimbawa na September, yung September niya, Sept lang, tapos 9. Tapos ang sagot mo, 10th of September. No? Binuo mo siya. Binuo mo siyang ganyan. Mali yung sagot mo. Kahit na yun ang narinig mo mismo. Guys, makinig muna sa akin. Sabi sa audio, 10th of September. Sinunod mo lang. Tinype mo 10th of September. Pero may format pa lang ibinigay sa table. Sept 9 dapat. So ang sagot mo, instead of 10th of September, should be Sept 10. Clear? So ang susundin pa din po ay yung format. So clear ha? Kaya yung iba, nagchat pa nga sila sa akin, sir, bakit po nagkamali ito? Sasend nila sa akin yung screenshot nung nakalagay dun sa answer key. No? Kapag natapos sila mag-exam ng mock, sir, bakit po nagkamali ito? Eh, yung format. Eh dito, sir, walang binigay na format. Malaya ka kung anong gusto mo. Pero dapat mag-conform pa rin yan saan? Number of words. Halimbawa, nakalagay doon, write no more than 2 words. Ang sagot mo, 23rd of November. Kung bibilangin mo yan, this is 1 word, this is the second word, this is the third word. So, mali ang sagot mo. Dapat 23 November, November 23. 1 unit, another unit, 2 words lang, pasok siya sa record. Ikaw ang magpupunforma. Ikaw ang magmamanipulate ng sagot mo para mag-form siya dyan. So, kung ang sagot mo, halimbawa, okay, stop share tayo. For example, ang sagot mo, yan ah. For example, ang sagot mo is a big, red, juicy apple. Nakalagay dyan, write no more than 3 words. This is literally 5. So, ang gagawin mo dyan, the first thing you have to remove would be articles. So, si a, an, and the ang mga una mong tatanggalin. Sagot mo dyan, big, red, juicy apple. Eh, sakto na ba yan sa 3 words? Hindi pa, may tatanggalin ka pa dyan. Yung bang big kailangan kasama dun sa sagot ko? Yes, because big determines the size of the apple dahil may small, medium, big tayo na apple. Yung red, dapat bang kasama siya? Yes, because it determines the color of the apple. May green apple, may yellow pag medyo pahinog na, may black pag bulok na. Tigat niyo yan? Okay? So juicy, kailangan bang kasama siya? Kahit siguro wag na. So big red apple is the answer. Pasok na siya ngayon sa requirement mo. Now, what if, ang sagot mo dyan is January 21 to January 24. Sabi ni sir, ang date daw kapag kasama siya sa date, it's going to be counted as a word. So, ilang words so in total? 5 words. Paano siya magiging 3? Una, yung 2, gawin mong hyphen. Dahil si hyphen, di considered word. It's a symbol. And then, remove the repetition. This is your answer now. And it conforms to the word requirement. Malinaw po tayo. So, formatting is very important po. Ano? Okay? Alright. Questions?
Sir, may space po yung sa 21 space.
Oo. Pwede rin. Pwedeng wala. Pwedeng meron. Okay lang. Di naman ka-count yung space. So, ang suggestion ko before, kapag nagpe-pen and paper based exam ang mga students, pag pen and paper, makinig. Pen and paper, your answers should always be all caps. Halimbawa, St. Peter's Cathedral. Naka all caps. Bakit ayaw ko yung kasi ito ang sagot mo. Mali siya because yung P at saka C hindi nakakapitalize. Bakit? Nakalimutan ko, sir. Nakalimutan ko lang naman eh. Ay, nakalimutan mo, mali pa rin. Pero pag naka-all caps yan, it doesn't violate the capitalization rules. Sa pagkakaalam ko po ha, lahat ng sagot nyo virtually gets uploaded. Small caps yan lahat. So kahit naka-all caps ka o hindi, small caps ang magiging sagot mo. So ang suggestion ko, pag listening, reading, computer-based test, all caps ang ating answer. Clear po? Okay. So, what about yung mga numbers, letters? Sabi dyan, hindi nga pala pwede mag-annotate dito. My student number is AE 4009. That's AE 4009. Ano po ang tama sa kanilang tatlo? Yung may hyphen, yung may space, o wala? Lahat tama. That's correct. It doesn't matter whether you put spaces or dashes in between codes, numbers, numerical information, as long as they appear in order, they appear exactly as they should, walang problema. Magkakamali lang po ito at ito pag write no more than one word. Dahil pinaghiwalay mo siya, mako-consider dyan na tigisang unit. Kaya nga, write no more than one word and or a number. Hindi sabihin na nagsulat ka ng 4009, 4 na number na agad yun. No. It's going to be compacted as a whole unit. So, yan po ang concern dyan. So, quick practice lang tayo. Mga nasa Zoom, makinig din kayo ha. Sasagot din kayo dyan. Ganun din sa nasa branch. Abang hinahanda ko yung magiging practice natin dito. Ganun kasi may flap. Pen and paper, paki-ready.
Now turn to Section 3. Section 3. You will hear two friends discussing a course they have just done. First, you have some time to look at questions 21 to 27. Now listen carefully and answer questions 21 to 27.
Oh, Ben, I just remembered I never filled in that form for Nick.
Ah.
Did you do it?
The course feedback form?
Yes. If you want, we can do it together. I've got mine here.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's have a look then. What do we have to do?
Let's fill in the top first. Let's see. Course code.
It's communication in business.
Okay. Communication in business. I do know that, but what's the code?
CB16 something. CB162, isn't it?
That's it. Okay. And dates. When did we start? I remember my birthday's on May 4th, and it was the day after. It must have been May 5th.
Gosh, doesn't seem that long ago, does it?
No. And we finish at the end of this week on Friday, so that's July 15th.
16th.
Oh.
Monday was the 12th.
Yeah.
Right, that was the easy bit. Now, let's have a look. Please give your comments on the following aspects of the course. Okay, what's the first one? Oh, course organisation. What do you think?
May 5th, 22, 16th. Okay.
Now,
doing activity. So sa mga nasa online po, ang inyo pong practice will be on Tuesday and Thursday. So I'll be uploading this recording sa aking YouTube together with this PDF. So, ano daw ba yung kwento? Walang kwento. Alright? So, have a nice day sa mga Zoom participants. Thank you for joining us. Sa mga nasa branch, you will remain here. Have a nice day. God bless and goodbye.